and is responsible for oversight of the day-to-day operation, including the preparation of the budget. City Council performs the lawmaking function of local government, much like Congress on the federal level. As a result, in accordance with Faulkner, council members are not involved with the daily management of the city, so their ability to make meaningful revisions to the mayor's budget is severely restricted. The mayor knows this, and that's why he's constantly saying that once the budget is introduced, it becomes council's budget, as he knows their ability to change the budget is limited, especially at this late stage in the budget process. This reflects nothing more than shifting responsibility or blame to city council for another tax increase, as the mayor can simply say, council, you approved the tax increase. Politically savvy, but insincere. Having said that, there are steps that council can take that will send a message to the mayor over displeasure with this budget. People or employees is the driving force behind skyrocketing costs of city government and a major reason why the city is experiencing significant tax increases. Without addressing personnel costs, any effort to control the budget will be fruitless. You cannot balance this budget by reducing office supplies. At this point in time, we recommend the following as part of the budget approval process. Number one, implementation of a hiring freeze. Exceptions to the hiring freeze would be seasonal or summer workers, along with public safety employees. Both police and fire should be able to maintain current staffing levels, as they should not suffer for the mayor's overspending. Our public safety services are the gold standard, and they should not be compromised as a result of the mayor's misguided efforts. Of course, emergencies will be considered, but must receive the approval of the governing body. Number two, commitment of the mayor to report on a quarterly basis personnel matters to council, including staffing levels in various departments, along with promotions, new job classifications, salary adjustments, or other organizational changes. And while we're at it, let's rip the Band-Aid off and say the quiet part out loud. Adoption of a nepotism ordinance. This will have no meaningful impact on the budget this year, as much of the damage is already done. But it sends a clear and powerful message to the mayor of his questionable and costly hiring practices. The current list of municipal employees is rather very interesting and warrants such action to prevent further abuses. Oftentimes with budgets, there's a laser focus on the numbers, and that's justifiable, especially when the taxpayer is facing a second year of sizable tax increases. However, what is equally as important is the examination of larger financial trends, future projections, and overall business practices of the city. Beyond the obvious immediate adverse impact of the budget on taxpayers, a global question that must be addressed is the mayor managing the city in a business-like fashion, along with having a sincere appreciation of the taxpayer dollar. Unfortunately, the answer is painfully no, and while the 3% tax increase is troubling, what is more concerning is the tax and spend practices of the mayor. Let me make it perfectly clear. This city does not have a revenue problem. It has more revenue and more rateables than ever in its history. At issue here is that our record spending revenue is chasing skyrocketing personnel costs. Every municipality has experienced sizable increases in healthcare, insurance, utilities, and pension, but none have had tax hikes like Ocean City for 2 years in a row. And that's because we continue to hire staff. While the 2025 budget is essentially a done deal, council should start and commence with the 2026 budget process tonight and insist upon these steps. And we should not be talking about increasing revenue but decreasing expenses. As an example, number one, as Mr. Donato said, for the first time in many years we're over cap. And number two, if this council passed the room tax as initially proposed last year, you would still have a tax increase. That's not a revenue problem, but an expense problem.
Thank you. Anybody else?